Hello and welcome to Terrific Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday again, and it's the 30th of June 2020. We're halfway through the year, and if you think about it, half of the year has been quite a challenge for us. We've had to work in isolation, we've had to learn to work from home, we've had to learn new technologies in order to keep communication going between the office and our departments. We've had to climb out of our box and do things that we possibly never ever thought we would be able to do, and we've had to stretch our limits. But it's not all bad. If you look back at the last 3 months, think of the things that you have learned and how you have grown through this period, whether it be personally or professionally. For me, my biggest challenge has been changing and working online rather than face to face as far as training and conferences go. It is very frustrating for me not to be able to see the people that I'm speaking to or to see their reactions or their body language. So communication has become a challenge for me, especially online. But at the same time, I realized just how many more people I am reaching by being able to train online than I am face to face. Think of the advantages of what you have learned over the last 3 months. Think of how you can build on them. Look at your goals for the next 6 months. Don't think too far ahead because we don't know what's going to happen in the next 6 months. But set your goals for the next 6 months. What can you learn? What can you improve on? I'm sure you have found that there are skills that you need that you could polish up on, or that there are skills that you had that you didn't even know you could do. So please take time to sit back. Don't think of the bad things. Think of all the things you have learned over the last 3 months or so. And let's make the second half of 2020 the most amazing 6 months ever. Not earlier this week, last week, we had our National Administrative Excellence Awards, and I'd like to congratulate the winners, Sharonette Webb-Willifee from the Western Cape, Department of Transport and Public Works, Carol Ann Martins from MultiChoice, and Babalwa Shushu from the Nelson Mandela University. Congratulations, ladies. I am really proud to have you on board as OPSA ambassadors and look forward to doing work with you on projects during the next year. To those that didn't quite make it, congratulations goes to you as well. You were just as amazing. It was just that little thing that was missing. It was a very, very hard selection this year because everyone was of such a high caliber. At the end of my talk today, we are going to be looking at the second habit from Stephen Covey's book, 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. And today's habit is begin with the end in mind. And I'd like you to take special note of what he has to say. And it's very similar to what Simon Sinek is advocating as well with his book, It Starts With Why. Why are you here? What is your purpose? Do you have goals? Because if you don't have goals, where are you going? And people will constantly use you for them to achieve their goals. So please take time to watch the habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. After that, a Microsoft Windows 10 tip today will be the snip screen. Our snip screen is a very handy tool, one that I use on a regular basis as well. If you are using typing a document or doing a presentation or even perhaps a spreadsheet and you want to put in a diagram and you found one on the internet, let's just use the internet for today's exercise, and you want to copy that in, instead of copying, pasting or saving as picture and then inserting, you can use the snip screen, which is part of your quick access tools that you have on the notifications bar. So please take time again and have a look at it because it's really, really handy, and I hope you can use it in the future as well. So yes to you all. Speak to you again next week with a few handy tips, and our habit number 3. Have a great week and see you next Tuesday.
Habit 2 is begin with the end in mind. All things are created twice. The first time it's created is in your mind, and the second time is in the real world. So let's look at how it's created in the mind first. To get where you want to go in life, you need to have a map. You need to determine your life goals, your destination, and you also need a plan on how to get there. Otherwise, you're just aimlessly wandering around in life. So, where do you want to go in life? Have you sat down and clearly defined the type of life you want? Do you know where you want to be in 5, 10, or 15 years from now? If not, then you're wandering around aimlessly at the whims of everyone else. Let me put it another way. Picture your life like a ladder. You're climbing up the ladder of life, working hard, doing the right things, and making progress up the ladder month by month, year by year. Then as you get toward the top of the ladder, you suddenly realize your ladder was leaning against the wrong wall the whole time. A lot of people live their lives like this. They don't have a vision for their life. They don't have what Stephen calls a personal mission statement. You need to make a conscious effort of where you want to end up, or other people will control your life and where you end up going. This is why this habit is so important. You need to figure out your destination first and then work towards it. If you're not really clear on what your purpose is, then think about the end of your life. How do you want to be remembered? Why do you want to be remembered for that? Find your purpose and make sure it has a strong why behind it. Not something like having a lot of money, but something that you have a real passion for. You weren't put here to make money, buy stuff, and then die. You have something to contribute to the world. You can add value. So find out what that is. Instead of asking what life has to offer you, ask what you can offer life. So take the time to think about your purpose, think about your values, and write them down. Your personal mission statement can be as simple as Will Smith's, which is, I want the world to be better because I was here. Very simple, and what you do is you keep this mission statement at the forefront of your mind, and whenever you make a decision, you see if it's in alignment with that mission statement. This will keep you on track. Go crazy, create your ideal life and your legacy. It can be whatever you want, dream big, and don't hold yourself back. Most of the time, the thing that holds us back is ourselves, so don't let self-doubt get in the way. Realize that anything is possible, so define how you want your life to be right now. Don't let the past or anything else hold you back. You write the script to your life, no one else. You are the programmer. All right, habit 3.
Today I want to show you the screen snip tool from Windows 10. Screen snip is very handy if you want to copy a part of a screen or the full screen or your own shape from a screen and put it onto your pasteboard to paste it in another document. I'm going to use the example. I have my Google open here on images of cat body language, and I want to take one of these little pictures and I want to paste it into the document that I'm currently working on. What I can do is you press your Windows key, your Shift, and your S key, and it will open your screen snip tool. If you look at the top of your screen, I now have choices that I can make. I can have a rectangular snip, I can do a freeform snip, I can do a window snip, and I can do a full screen snip. For the purposes of this exercise, I'm going to go for the first one, and I'm going to say I just want a rectangular snip. You can see it gives me a little white cross, and I can go to the area and select where I want to do the snip. Okay, maybe I want both of those. Let's make them both. Okay, and I let go. The minute I let go, my screen returns to normal. I can go to my Word document, I can right-click and say Paste Picture, and my picture is there. Now this is very much quicker than any of the other ways of right-click, Save As. Okay, so Windows, Shift, and S. If you're like me and you can't always remember what the shortcut keys are, there is a different way to access the screen snip. If you go to your notification center, your quick tools at the bottom here, there should be a screen snip option there. If I select it from there, you will note the same screen comes up with the options at the top. If you don't have screen snip, if you click on your notifications bar and screen snip isn't there, it's easy enough to add. Go to your settings. Select your system. And in System, select Notifications and Actions. Take the first option at the top there, edit your quick actions. And you'll see at the bottom here, you'll see on the right hand side, you'll notice all the options that you can have. Mine is pinned on. You can see screen snip there. I can take it off. And if it's not there and I want to add it back on, I simply click on add and I say screen snip and you'll see it appears there again. So that is another way you can access your screen snip tool, either by using Windows Shift and S or going through your notification center and using your quick action there. Really nice tool to use. Please remember it the next time you want to cut something from a screen. Remember this little tool and I promise you it will save you time. Till next week.